Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to talk about how you can not be a slave in this world. And it's really important because they want you to be a slave to them. And who is they? They, the people out there. Because they don't want to work, they want to just sit. And they think that that's good for them. And it's because they don't know how to properly work to be healthy. Because a certain degree of work is good for you. And that's a really important thing to talk about, work, because it's so important to figure out what you can do that you really like. Because, you have to work to a degree, we all know this. Unless you were born with a golden spoon, in your mouth. But it's good to work anyway. And if you can figure out something that you really like me, I really, to a degree, really like doing what I do, which is making these videos and making my products, because it gives me satisfaction and joy knowing that I'm doing something that's really helping people that want to help themselves. Okay, so when I was a massage therapist, people were coming to me, but I was just working on them and fixing them, kind of like a doctor. And I'm not saying that getting a massage isn't good or giving massage isn't good, but there's a line there, just fixing people isn't worth a crap in this world. People need to fix themselves. That's what this channel is all about. And so I'd like to talk about some other things that I think are important just from my perspective. Now, it may be different for you for different reasons, but for me, I don't want to buy a new car. Okay, so and there's a whole bunch of things that I don't want to buy into because I'd become a slave to that loan company. All I need is a vehicle that gets me from point A to point B, and I want that to be able to be as sufficient and inexpensive as possible so that I am not indebted to people. Don't get indebted to people for things. I see these kids driving around here, young guys driving in these $40,000 trucks, right? They're ego trips. They're giant trucks. The tires are like this tall or, something. It's ridiculous, Every month they have to work some kind of a job where they're making pretty good money to be able to pay for these things, mortgages. Okay, so this apartment is relatively inexpensive at $725 a month. These days, that's cheap. But for me, still, I wish I were living in an eco-village in my own house. A natural house that's weather resistant, that's not going to get blown away by a hurricane, There's so many things to think about to be able to survive in this world. And all those people in the lowlands down below here in Alabama and Mississippi, etc., any place that's flat in the middle of the country, they're going to have to start building houses underground. They don't know it yet. Or they may have thought about these things, but are they willing to do it? To live like an animal underground? Okay, if they want to survive, they better start thinking about it. But you have to live your life logically. You have to not just do what they're doing out there. Because most people are effing stupid. Absolutely effing stupid. Their parents told them that they need to go to college, but they were thinking in the back of their heads, I'm sick of school. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to go to school anymore. I hated high school. Up through junior high, I was like, yeah, I'm really learning some things that I can utilize and use in my world. But my mind knows what things are valuable and what things are not. And after I started learning a lot of things in high school, I was like, what am I going to do with this? And so then I was like, well, why should I go to college just because I can get a piece of paper? That doesn't give you self-satisfaction just to learn a bunch of things to get a piece of paper so that you can take advantage of all the other people that didn't go to college and make money. And believe me, all of that what's the word for that? Non-truth. There's a bunch of words for that, but it's wrong. Wrong is a good word right there. It's wrong for the postman that just delivered my mail, and for the people that are working at the grocery store that I really need to bring the packages, and the people that are truck drivers, etc., etc. All the people that have essential jobs to make less money than somebody that's doing some computer job that's worthless. Well, guess what? I didn't buy a new computer either. That's my old Windows 7, 2010 Windows 7 computer. I put a solid state hard drive in it for 150 bucks, and it works like a champ. And it doesn't have all the Windows 10 advertisements and crap on it. Okay, so I don't buy things that I don't need. I keep everything as absolutely simple as I possibly can. If I need to buy something new like that, then I will. But I didn't do that until the other one was 13 years old. Okay? I used the crap out of that printer. So think about the things that really cost a lot of money. Also, think about the world. So, when you think about the world, and you think about the things that cost a lot of money, you better think twice about having children. Okay? Because we don't need any more. We know this, right? So you got to learn about natural birth control, because sex is very good for you. But children are not good for this world. We know that, right? You know that, right? I hope you do. And so, think about the things that really make you happy, that make you feel really good. For me, I absolutely love to sit in the sun. And I love to grow things, and I love animals. These things, I love sex. Oh my God. I love certain things that just make me feel good. And those are the things. I love sports. I love to play sport. I love to play frisbee. I love to go to gatherings with other people that are having fun doing things like that. And I wish that the people in this world would also look at life like that, in that way. You know? Like, what really gives you joy? Because most of these people, they don't even go outside. If I go for a walk, I won't see anybody out there. They're all in their houses, sitting on their couches. I get joy just from taking a good dump. Squatting. How many people out there squat, okay? You got to get back to the natural. Think about the way people used to do things. Because 100 years ago or 500 years ago, people still lived to be at least 50, 60, 70 years old. Benjamin Franklin lived to be very old. And that was 300 years or 250 years ago, whatever it was. I'm not a historian. I hate history. History sucks because people have been gruesome in this world. I'm from the future. People in the future, they won't do gruesome-y things like watching. Does it make you feel good to watch a horror flick? Does it make you feel good to do some job where you know that you're just contributing crap to this world? So if you don't have good health because you've been eating processed food and mass-produced meats and wheat and dairy all your life, then you are going to become a health slave to the health care industry, doctors and drug companies. And you will be paying, hopefully you're not, but a lot of you are paying for health insurance every month because you think that you need that. And you might need that if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're eating Tyson chicken, if you're eating any of that mass-produced meat, it's going to clog your arteries and veins, and you're going to be needing a quadruple bypass. Those are not cheap, my friends. And then you will be paying a big payment. You may be already paying for Obamacare. You are a health care slave. And stress is horrible for your health. Try not to stress. And it is so important to squat, to take a dump, and do self-massage and stretching every day. Because if you don't, you will get stiff like Joe Biden. And I'm telling you, you got to really work for good health and for a good lifestyle to not be a slave in this world. And I think that that's all I really want to say. There's so many things. There are so many things that can come to my mind. You got to flow with the seasons. You got to flow with the weather. If you get into astrology, and it's really good to know astrology, you flow with the planets and their alignment. And yeah, that's probably enough for most of you anyway. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to make a comment, then go for it. If you want to subscribe, go for it. If you want to check out my other channels, scroll down to the description box. If you want an amazing pillow, go to brettsnaturalhealth.com. If you want to buy amazing massage tools for your feet, your poor feet need to be massaged every single day. The Foot Friend is the best massage tool that you will ever find, especially like that stone Foot Friend. That is a one-of-a-kind product. And right now there are about 50 people out there probably that own that one-of-a-kind product, maybe 60 or 70. And it's made with these special hands that have eaten, that have been nutrientized with only organic food for 31 years, and no wheat or dairy for 21 years, and no mass-produced meat for going on 4 years. Give me another 4 years of that. No mass-produced meat. Oh, and no living in the city for 7 years. Listen to that out there. Listen. Do you hear cars? Do you hear any cars going by? Because I'm near Speedway in Tucson. I'm not near Speedway in Tucson. Not anywhere close to it. I'm not near Riverdale Road in Utah. I'm not near El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego. I'm not near any of those freaking places anymore. And I won't ever. You can best believe that this boy won't ever be anywhere near any of those major roads ever again. In fact, it's most likely that I'm going to stay clear away from any interstate. The nearest interstate to me here is 20 miles that way. And I don't want to be anywhere near it. Like my mom lives, her backyard is I-80. She can walk. If she cut the fence open, she could cut through the fence and go run out onto the Interstate 80. The major artery, I-80, is her backyard. Don't do that. You will become a noise slave. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you are well.